France is bracing for its sixth day of national strikes as President Nicholas Sarkozy vows to press ahead with government plans to raise the retirement age. Public services have been paralysed and a blockade by protesting oil workers has seen fuel supplies fall to critical levels. With the final Senate vote on the pension changes due tomorrow, millions of workers are expected to take part in mass marches across the country. London correspondent Rachel Brown reports.
France is edging closer to breaking point, with youths clashing with police in the Paris suburbs and torching vehicles. And motorists also fuming, stuck in bottlenecks for fuel as panic buying escalates.
I've been going around petrol stations since 6 this morning. I've come from Valdoise. It's 2.5 hours that we've been looking for fuel.
The unions and picket lines refuse to budge, so a quarter of supermarket stations are out of fuel or running dry. Workers argue they'll be running on empty if they're forced to wait longer to retire. In a country that cherishes its social liberties, it's reacted angrily to plans to raise the retirement age from 60 to 62. France's 12 oil refineries remain closed, and oil companies are dipping into emergency supplies. Truck drivers have joined the protest, clogging major motorways, and ships bringing in crude oil for refining have been stranded off Marseille as the dockers' strike continues. Now, a national strike is set to further paralyse public services. Post offices, train services and schools are shutting down.
It's been 1 week now that it's been blocked. Some classes are still taking place, but the teachers are also on strike. Not many classes are going on.
And half of the flights into and out of Paris airport have been cancelled. The French government remains adamant it has the situation under control, saying it has enough reserve fuel to last 3 months.
This reform is essential. France is committed to it. France will carry it out.
President Nicholas Sarkozy says his pension reforms are needed to rein in a ballooning pension shortfall as the population ages. But critics say the president has knowingly waged a war with the unions.
Today is a consequence of a test of force from the government. I will even go a little further and say that I think this is in the government's interest, as this toughens up and becomes more radical, hurting our support. I think this is a political calculation by François Fillon and Nicolas Sarkozy.
But with the country already struggling with deficit problems, commentators say this union showdown will be the president's greatest test yet. The French Senate is expected to comfortably pass the pension reform legislation tomorrow. Rachel Brown, Late Line.